Hello and welcome back to another one of these. So, the idea this time is I wanted to again try and go for a kind of vertical build. So just over here is where I'm going to start building. I am just mostly in the middle of this. The idea is to go for a floating build of like some random magical shard. Anyways, I suppose I will get started. Right, it is slowly coming together. I'm gonna be relying on World Edit a lot on this one. Yeah, the basic idea will be to later paint this into a kind of purple black to create just something that looks like some like large floating magical crystal. So I'm gonna need to build this up a bit more, maybe expand this more, which would be a pain, but it might be necessary. But yeah, I'm just going to continue on with this. I put on daylight cycle because as annoying as it is, the clouds look way too static without it. And yeah, I'll just get back onto it. I am relatively happy with the shape that I have now. Slightly, it might actually... It's a little detail. I think overall the shape of this is fine. I think I will make this like the core of the island instead of just making everything on one thing. So now I will just try and paint this to make it look like a crystal, kind of resembling amethyst, to actually give it some personality, but we will see how that turns out for me. So I just mixed in some magenta, purple, pink concrete just under some glass as well, and I think it turned out quite well. Now that that's done, I think I will... I'm pretty happy with it. Shader's showing it to be a bit shiny. Might actually try and tweak that. Okay, I've just turned off the reflections. I think all in all, this is looking pretty good. It could always be better, but first time real building Anton almost entirely with World Edit, so yeah, I think it's good enough for now. So now I will get on to building, I think like an outer, maybe stone ring, just off this, like just little blobs, and yeah, see where it goes. It took me a bit to get everything right, especially with like the stone ring and having to move it around, but all in all, I think the inner rings and the like massive clouds have come out looking quite well. Right, so this is the progress so far, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. I think the clouds were a great addition to it with the inner ring. The only issue right now is that it's a bit flat. So, you know, aside from like the heart or the core of this, it's all flat. But this cloud is annoying. I spent a while trying to make it look good. I'm going to have to cut out chunks out of it and try and redo it. It's too much of a pillow. But aside from that, I think the current issue right now is that, well, there's not really... Well, with the other builds that I made, I've had a kind of, like, the aspect of a civilization added onto it. Like, just some, like, development, and that allowed me to make things in a kind of organic manner, like, taking into account, like, some being that's put this together. While this is just kind of... It's a nice location, but it's just kind of plopped here. So my current idea is that I'm going to build a tower So I want to like build into the fantasy aspect of this build, and I want to make a hyperboloid tower going up, just kind of curving up like a dark evil tower in a way, like just joining up to a crystal, kind of curving up and down. And yeah, so I will get onto that and see how it goes, I suppose. Just kind of wanted to do a midway thing to give out my thoughts and all. So yeah, I'll get on that now. Right, so the original plans I had for this have kind of gone out the window. I was building up like the general shape. Just world edit has been so useful. I have relied on it quite a lot here, but right now I have changed the plan. So the idea was to have like a dark, evilish spire going up, kind of manifesting this crystal. But I've gone for cleaner, like, so we could say like good aligned aesthetic, just going off like stone and white concrete, which I think has I think it's come out quite nice. I suppose the last thing I'll do now was just, yeah, the last thing I'll do is, first of all, fix that cloud and see if I can add any extra detail before finishing up. Right, so I have just done some minor tweaking. I really haven't done much. I'm not sure if I did this earlier. I've made the base look nice, but I have, yeah, the primary edition, I just added these little things and some lighting to give it a kind of like energy effect going up. You can actually see the glow there. And if I go to night, you can actually see the whole thing kind of glowing. It's not perfect, but you know, the intent of all of these builds, it was never to create something perfect. It was just kind of to just explore ideas in general, just see what I can make within a relatively short time. I mean, I have spent a good few hours on this, but yeah, I mean, all in all, I think I'm happy with how this has turned out, and I think I can leave it here. So I suppose thank you for watching, and goodbye.